Hello, it's Mr. Painter with another fabulous IXL tutorial. Today we're working on IXL Y.5, properties of equality. Now, before we get started, let's talk about the word equality. The word equality means equal. Note that it has the word equal right in front of you. So the last part, the T, means the state of being where both sides are the same. So whenever you add, subtract, multiply, or divide anything on both sides of an equation, it actually remains the same because it's still balanced, like a seesaw, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to look at the if statement and see the changes as it goes into the word then. So for an example, if 73 times 59 equals H, then 79, wait a minute, that 79 popped out of nowhere, times 73 times 59 equals 79 times H. So notice we have on the then statement added 79. And because we have 79 multiply, and if they don't have any sign at all, in this case they have 79H, that automatically means multiply as well. So the then statement is saying, well, this is going to be multiplication property of equality. Okay, the equation is still the same because it's still balanced, but we're going to multiply on both sides is what we're looking for. So multiplication, third one down, give us first 12 points. All right, next up, which property of equality is shown below? If D equals negative 50 plus 6, well, we have D minus 62. Oh, how clever. D minus 62, and negative 50 plus 6 minus 62. So notice you have added the minus 62. Last time I checked, minus is a positive. So it'd actually be very interesting to see how this IXL will take it. Because it is minus a negative number, but subtracting a negative number really is adding. So I'm going to give addition property of equality and see how it takes it. And it didn't like it. So when you get that problem, it wants you to do subtraction, even though you're subtracting a negative number, which is still adding. So glad I learned for you, because that way you don't have to make the same mistake. So now we're ready for the next one that comes up just like that. All right. Which property of equality is shown below? Notice we have a change of divide 68. So I noticed that right away, divide 68. A fraction is division. So whenever you hear your teacher, oh yeah, we're going to do fractions today, you're not really doing fractions, you're doing division. So in this case, we're going to use division property of equality. So that's one that's pretty straightforward problem. All right, which property of equality is shown below? Notice that we are dividing both sides by 87. So division property of equality takes this one. Next up, looks familiar. We've been through this road before, but we're going to get it right this time. So we got 14 equals R plus 16. But we have that negative situation of the negative 31. So negative. But what IXL was really looking for is that subtraction in there. So because remember, we already said that negative is a positive. We put it as addition. It didn't like it, but we're really subtracting a negative number. So we're going to go with subtraction on this one and get it right this time because we got it wrong last time. See how we learn from our mistakes? We get better. Now we're at 38. Which property of equality is shown below? So note the change. We have an 8 on the left side, which means a 2 got added in. A negative 2 got added in. So again, we got this positive negative deal. We're going to go into that a little bit deeper, as well as negative 2 plus the rest of it. Now, remember, it's not about the sign that's in front of the number. It's about what we're doing next with it. So what we're doing is we're really adding the negative 2 inside the equation based upon the experience that we learned from before. So we're going to go with addition on this one. And yeah, we got it right. All right, next up. If 67 times negative 60 equals J, what is changing? We got negative 67, positive 67, multiplied negative 60 plus K. So the plus K is being added on both sides. Very simple on this one. We're going to go with addition property of equality. All right, next up, if we got negative 23 plus S equals T, well, what's the change? Well, the change is we're multiplying AU. So AU here means distributed property. Distributed property means multiply. And a variable next to another variable is automatically multiplied. So for sure, this one's going to be a multiplication property of equality. All right, next up, we got, looks like a division problem because we are dividing both sides by 96. All right, next up, same thing. If, no division, but the word then we got added into a divide of D. So dividing D by both sides is division. Which property of equality is shown below? We got R plus Q equals negative 33. What's being changed? We got an S that's being changed. What's the S doing? It's multiplying. And here, distributed property is also multiplying. So multiplication property of equality. All right, if D minus C equals negative 73, what is the change? We got multiply by 80. There's that multiplication sign, and parentheses means multiply in there. So multiplication here. All right, we're at smart score 78. One more question. Hit this thing out of the ballpark. What is the change? We got x divide y equals 73. Well, they are very creatively adding z. So notice that adding z's on both sides. This would be addition property of equality, taking us up to a smart score of 82. Have a fantastic day, and this concludes your IXL for IXL W5.